Warning, the following presentation contains cold, hard truths that might change the way you think. Viewer discretion won't do you any good now. Phantasy Star Online 2. Not version 2, not episode 2, actual fucking 2. Now, for those of you who are wondering, why should I care about this? PSO2 was a very long-awaited sequel to one of the greatest MMORPGs of all time, Phantasy Star Online. If you have never played PSO, please end your life now. Fans of the game know what I'm talking about. It has such a strong cult following that even this long after its year 2000 release, people are still playing it. And yes, I am absolutely one of those silly people. Now on to the sequel. Not enough people are aware that there even was a legitimate sequel to Phantasy Star Online, and that might have something to do with the fact that it was only released in Japanese. This game never received an official English translation, and it likely never will. Yeah, I mean, what a giant slap in the face to the millions of Phantasy Star fans who live outside of Japan. Alright, it's probably more like thousands. But come on, this was the equivalent of if the long-awaited Matrix 4 was about to hit theaters, but then you find out that it's only opening in North Korea. Same thing. Years went by and we all just sat there like a bunch of idiots. To this day, they still haven't confirmed that a Western release isn't happening. The game has been out for 5 years now. I mean, go f*** yourself, guys, really. We're looking into it. If there's anything we learned from watching the Federal Reserve get grilled on C-SPAN time and time again for billions and trillions of missing dollars, it's that when someone says they're looking into it, usually means they ain't looking into it. Although the game was never officially translated to English, they have been pretty unsuccessful in blocking American users from playing the Japanese version, which is why I was able to play it. And there is a third-party English translation patch for the PC version. The game hit PS Vita in 2013 and eventually made its way to PlayStation 4 in 2016, but still no English. Aside from the language barrier, is the game worth playing? Let me put it this way. I wouldn't have gone through the trouble of signing up for a Japanese Sega ID on their foreign website by using Google Translate 3 separate times, and then signing up for a Japanese PlayStation account by lying about my fake Japan address, just to be able to download a game that's in Japanese if it wasn't worth playing. So how hard is it to play a game that's in Japanese? To be honest,
not an amount that is not manageable.
This is PSO2, and you gotta do what you gotta do. First of all, it's free to play. I mean, this is probably the best free-to-play game ever in the history of gaming. It just is. I mean, look at this shit. Not only is this actually a worthy sequel to PSO, featuring tons of elements and imagery from the previous title and the entire franchise, but it's also just a solid, modernized, fully functional, surprisingly bug-free MMORPG. And that is saying a lot. Here's the cold, hard truth, though. The game is far from perfect. But first, we'll talk about what makes this game so good. One thing that you'll immediately notice this game has over its predecessor is that in this one, they added jumping. Now, this game has a way nicer looking user interface than most MMOs. They're usually fucking ugly as shit. Make me want to vomit. This game just looks beautiful. Look, these menus are banging. The game itself is actually fun to play. The combat mechanics are quick and seriously tight. It's like a slightly lower budget version of Nier Automata, even though this probably had a higher budget than that. The controls are fucking incredible. Switching battle sets could not be any easier. Final Fantasy XIV. The different classes in the game are no joke. I could do a whole video on just the different advantages of each class. But I'm not going to do it. There's just too much to talk about. The Bouncer, Gunner, and Summoner definitely stand out, as there was nothing like those in the first game. They also added so much to the PSO experience, and just a shit ton of stuff to do in general. You can do challenge mode, battle mode, go fishing, go mining, raise pets, raise mags, level up as a bunch of different classes, play casino games, collect ingredients to sell to a cafe, decorate your apartment, play with candy, candy, dress up your character, do scratch-offs, argue with nerds about who is gayer, argue with people who don't speak your language, do a pose, play bingo, stare. Look at this. These nice Japanese people are trying to have a civilized meeting, and I'm just being obnoxious. I'm gonna move them further away from each other. I think you guys need to kiss and make up. You can't watch, go over here. It does have that PSO feel. It's got the sound effects, the music, the items, the enemies. You'll get reacquainted with such PSO favorites as the forest, the caves, the mines, the ruins. You've got monomates, dimates, trimates, star atomizers, whatever the hell those do. But wait, no fluids? And your magic automatically regenerates? Now we're talking. My absolute favorite thing about this game is how many little satisfying moments there are. Every time you beat a quest is just like an orgasm of sights and sounds shooting out of your screen. The act of collecting a lot of loot is also very well done. Come on, that jello mold of items just bursting out. Oh yeah. Tell me that doesn't feel good to look at. 95% of the quests in this game involve the simple act of killing enemies, which is exactly the way it should be. Like this guy Hans. He simply cannot handle the fact that there are all these elephants walking around, and he's willing to pay a high price to make them go away. They also made the quests a bit more exciting than they were in the first game. You actually have people checking in, congratulating you, letting you know that you just beat one of their quests. It's like Star Fox. Playing online with other people can be loads of friendly fun, but don't forget to do some missions with these NPCs. These guys rule, and they have fantastic personalities. They comment on everything that goes on. Every time I find a rare weapon, they're congratulating me. Some of them even act a little jealous. These guys are generally more fun to play with than my actual friends. I don't even like to play with other people at all. I just like to run by them a lot. I'm more of a solo MMO player. I think this game also has the highest number of different types of currency that I've ever seen in any game. There's the usual meseta, there's Arcs Cash, Star Gems, Fun Points, Battle Coins, Challenge Miles, Ship Fragments, Arcs Badges, Cafe Points, Rare Stones, X Cubes, and Photon Drops. There is a lot to do in this game. One thing that surprised me about the game was the amount of experience that you gain from mining and fishing. Let me talk about the fishing just for 1 second. I know I said that Final Fantasy 15 has the best fishing out of any RPG, a statement that haunts me still to this day, but I really think that this game has my favorite fishing. You know why? Because it's quick. Look how much fishing I can do in like 20 seconds. Look at that. Now that's fishing. If you can get through the hurdles of downloading and get past the occasional language barriers, I think PSO2 is definitely a game worth playing. Now on to the bad parts. The most immediately noticeable flaw of PSO2 is the simple fact that it's not in English, which would be fine, but the game is littered with little bits of English that come out of nowhere and really just don't make a whole lot of sense. It's like they just slapped together 3 words that they thought sounded cool. And this guy sounds like this was his first day trying to speak English. What was that again? Oh, okay. Honestly, what is with this? Did they actually start translating the game and then just give up? Who the hell knows? And why are the chapter titles in full English? If you're not planning on selling this game to English-speaking people, what is the point of this? Shouldn't this sentence have a question mark at the end of it? I think Japanese people just like looking at the Roman alphabet, and I can't say I blame them. It's a fantastic alphabet. It's a terrific alphabet. The next big flaw of this game is the storyline. The optional story mode is basically just you playing cutscenes from a menu, oh, my favorite. And if you do choose to go through with this mode, brace yourself for something really, really not great. If there was ever a possibility to spew blasphemy on the Phantasy Star canon, this is it. I'm not going to go into details of why I don't like the story, probably because it's got shit to do with actual Phantasy Star characters from the series, and instead it's a typical run-of-the-mill high school anime dramedy about a video game character that gets transported into the real world where they dress him up and giggle at him and take him out to lunch. I get what they were trying to do. Make this weird meta plotline about the Phantasy Star characters traveling to another dimension where they can visit Earth. That would be interesting if they didn't turn it into a goofy, girly comedy. God, this is so not epic. And why are these two girls acting all horny over a kid who looks like he's half their age? At one point, I think the main girl starts dating him. Eventually, the story gets kind of interesting, where they dive into the details surrounding the infamous mother from the original Phantasy Star series. But the real problem is there are just way too many of these cutscenes. Way too fucking many. I mean, look at this. Look at all this useless fucking bullshit. The original Phantasy Star games had great storylines. This one is just nonsensical. At one point in the story, you're fighting clowns in space for some reason. Yeah, that's right. I'm fighting a T-Rex in outer space. That is happening. I really don't care that the story relates to the anime series. It's still terrible. If you like the story, good for you! You like bad things. But the way they set this up, having the story as this separate mode that's completely detached from the actual levels, it just makes me not want to do it. I want to be downstairs, where everybody's having fun, doing cool quests and hanging out. I don't want to be up here by myself, watching cutscenes. Like, who would honestly want to do this when they could be, playing the game? Although, if they did integrate the story into the rest of the game, I would probably hate this game. I'm sure there's a way to enjoy this game without doing the story mode, but the rewards are sort of worth it. Certain scenes give you experience items, and by playing this mode, you eventually unlock the subclass feature, where you get to level up a separate class in the background. You also get a few small gifts here and there, like if you watch this scene, you get a pancake. And if you watch enough of these stupid scenes, you unlock the Tokyo levels. Let's talk about these Tokyo levels. I'm not loving them or their music. Let's actually listen to this song by itself, and you tell me if this is a good song. In the mist, can I trust you from my heart? Ugh. Always be by my side. Nobody knows the truth. Just no. Attention, Japan. Get your stinking J-pop out of my RPG. It's frickin' horrible. Wait a minute, there's a version of this song with guitars in it. I am lost and time found, walking in the darkness, looking for a star every night. God damn it, now I love this song. Speaking of the levels, this game's level design varies drastically. Some stages are incredible, beautiful, complex, and well thought out. Others are pretty fucking terrible. The Las Vegas level is just sad. Look at these casino names. Busy Place? And why is the P in place not capitalized? Just looks like shit. You're telling me not one person on this team was aware that you're supposed to capitalize the first letter of both words? Come the fuck on. Look at this one. Medium Space? I am blown away by the lack of effort in naming these casinos. It's almost like they did it to be funny. Speaking of lazy, the enemies that you fight in this game are grossly inconsistent. Some of them are just plain strange. I don't even know what this thing is supposed to be. It's fucking horrifying. If video games could jump the shark, this one did it. Not only is the story extremely bizarre, it also seems to have an unnecessary amount of sexual innuendo. Japan, get your shit together and stop being the horniest culture on the planet. I mean it. Think of the children like me who are playing this. Wrap it up. As a hardcore fan of Phantasy Star Online, overall I am extremely pleased with the sequel, especially because it's free. Although painfully bizarre at times, I think this game does live up to the name. It is addictive, and that's the most important thing. There's a ton of stuff to do, and it's really just like PSO on crack. And PSO was already like crack, so this is crack on crack. If you have a PlayStation 4 and you don't know how to read Japanese, throw that PS4 in the garbage, buy a PC, and download the PC version, which is like 75% English. It's time for you to start taking life seriously. Sega thinks they can keep you from playing this game? Show them who's boss. Show them you can bypass their IP block, easily lie about a fake Japanese address, and effortlessly download this game. And Sega, you can go fuck yourself. Please make Dreamcast 2.